When working on any vehicle, it is best practice to lock out the starter motor using a personal lock with tag completed to ensure no accidental movement occurs. The starter motor and battery isolators are located on the lower left-hand side of the driver's cab. Be aware of any hot or moving parts and pinch points. Checking engine oil. The engine oil dipstick is located adjacent to the cab entry steps. The quantity to fill from minimum to maximum is 3 litres. Only top up using Case IH approved Maxxum SAE 10W40 oil. At the rear of the tractor we have washer bottle fill point, audible alarm reverse speaker, quick release coupler catch cam, hydraulic transmission oil sight level gauge, hydraulic transmission oil fill point. When the engine is not running, the sight level gauge should be at the level of the red ring. When the engine is operating, it will drop, and its correct level is between the 2 black rings. Only top up with Case IH approved Maxxum High Trans Ultraction hydraulic oil. To check coolant and brake fluid levels, the lifting of the bonnet will be required. Take the 6mm rod tool provided with the vehicle, insert into the hole at the front left-hand side of the bonnet and push to release the catch. Struts will hold the bonnet up. The coolant and brake fluid levels can be checked from the rear left-hand side of the bonnet. Important: only use Case IH approved brake fluid 733-22105, as using other types can cause seal or O-ring damage. Chocks are located on the top of the bucket and are retained on a post via a pin. Remove the pin and slide off the chocks. Place chocks firmly under the rear left wheel. Check tyres for wear and damage to tread or sidewalls. Check that the wheel nut indicators are in place and have not moved. Check for hub leaks. The bonnet can now be closed by pulling down on the retention strap. It has 2 positions, half and fully open. Use the carabiner clip to secure to the bracket as shown. This is the half open position. Then pull down on the retention strap to fully close the bonnet. The diesel fill point is directly next to the driver's entry steps. Test all lighting is operating correctly, as well as the wiper and washers, front and rear. The steering wheel is fully adjustable to suit the driver. Release the catch under the front of the column as shown and lock into the desired position. Twist the centre knob of the steering wheel to adjust height and tighten to lock into position. The lower stick on the left-hand side of the steering column is for parker, main beam and high beam lights, as well as indicators. Push the end of the stick towards the column to sound the horn. The lever above this, with the orange tab, is to engage and disengage the transmission. The centre position is neutral. Pull the lever towards you and down for reverse, where an audible alarm will sound. Pull the lever towards you and up for forward. The hazard light switch is located at the top of the steering column. The stick on the right hand side of the steering column is for the wiper controls. Pull back one position for standard speed wipers. Pull back again for high speed wipers. The button on the end of the stick is for the washers. Twist the end of the stick for the rear window wiper. The pillar to the right rear of the driver's position houses switches for rotating amber beacon. Front work lights. Rear work lights. Top front work lights. Auxiliary lights. Next to this panel are a UHF radio, and a BMA VHF site programmed radio. The emergency stop button is located above the radios. Press to stop the vehicle in the event of emergency. Twist to release. Standard air conditioning controls are on the right hand side rear pillar of the driver's cabin, as well as an emergency window hammer in the event of an incident where it is unsafe for the driver to exit via the door. The transmission is sequential shift. Use the orange momentary rocker switch on the left hand side of the hand throttle to move up and down gears. An LED display shows your gear. To engage the higher gears, 9th and upwards, you will need to depress the clutch and engage the shifter forward to the right of the LED display. Then you can shift in the higher gears. It is the same for coming down. You will need to depress the clutch and pull the shifter to the right of the LED display backwards. You can now shift in the lower gears. The bucket control is to the left hand side of the hand throttle. Moving the lever forward and backward raises and lowers the arms. Moving the lever left and right crowds the bucket. There is a safety lockout pin located at the base of the bucket control lever, and when pressed it locks the lever so accidental bucket movement is impossible. Pull to release. There are 3 switches on the panel to the right of the driver. Front wheel assist, 4-wheel drive. Press down to engage. Press up to engage auto setting. This will disengage if the wheels are turned at an angle of more than 30 degrees and re-engage when they come back under 30 degrees. Differential lock. Press down to engage. Front suspension lock. This is a momentary switch. Press to lock the front suspension from moving.